Hey. Hey, Tico. Hey, Laura. First, can somebody tell me what time it is? Because the clock in my car is wrong, and my smartwatch died, and I can't see it on my phone. Hi, whisper to me. It's 1:30 East Coast. Okay, well, I went out for a couple of things. I went out at like 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and somehow it's 1:30, and I don't know how that happened. Hi, April. Hi, Evie. So I'm finished, thank goodness, Lisa, because I'm ready to collapse. I seriously am ready to collapse. This is great fun. But I have at least, see, you can see the road when I drive this time because, hold on, I'll get the bubbles away. Okay. And if you'd like to accompany me home, I can talk to you while we're driving. Bubbles, right? Oh my gosh, I'm ready to collapse. I'm ready to collapse. Hey there, Robbie. I will drive safe right now. There was a weird guy. Well, he wasn't a weird guy. He worked there. Please talk to us. Okay, I'll be careful. Don't worry, I'll be careful. I'm going to be very careful. I have my, what the heck is the probiotic drink? I still have this noise in this pump. We just had the car brought in. He goes, I don't know what that is, but it works fine. He goes, I hear it too. That's what he honestly told me. He goes, I hear it too. I did a bunch of things. I thought it would make a difference. Maybe it will in time. That's what he told us. Maybe it will in time. He just doesn't know why it's making that noise, but there's nothing wrong. Okay, great, thanks. So, yeah, it's lovely. It sounds like a cat. I don't know. Something is stuck in the car, but it's not a cat. I had that happen once. That's too gruesome to. But anyway, so what did I do today? I went to go to the dollar store and I went to get the kids like notebooks and stuff. And I went to this store. Have you ever heard of a store called Peebles? I thought it was Pebbles, but it's Peebles. They said going out of business, and I thought it was just a clothing store, but it wasn't. And I got some really great deals in there. I don't even know what they did. The girl was like, I'm going to give you more. Everything was like, a lot of the stuff was 40% off, but she goes, I'm going to give you even more off. So I don't know. I ended up spending like $99, but she said I saved like $170. So I don't even know what I did, but that took me longer than I thought. But I figured they were going out of business, so I'm not going to have any time to shop in there. Though she said I have a $5 coupon that I can use tomorrow. Like, I'm going to come back here. And then I went to the Dollar Tree, and that was crazy. That was long. And then Walmart was just ridiculous. And then some lady got all upset on the self-checkout. She starts yelling, are you going to open another register? Because this is going to take forever. And she's like looking at me like I was, and I'm in the middle of an order. So I felt very uneasy, like I was supposed to just say, here, let me just abort my whole order and you go because you're having a fit. And she didn't have kids with her. She didn't have anybody with her. She was by herself. You know, I don't know. And then I heard somebody say that came like, what's her deal? And somebody said, well, she fell asleep in the car and she's in a mood. But they opened a register for her, thankfully. Otherwise, I think she would have killed me. Then I don't know. And then I just checked out of, and then Jimmy tells me, don't open the hatchback. Why not, Jimmy? Just don't open it because I'm fixing something on the... on the, it has an electric thing. I don't know what he did. He just told me, you're okay. You can load the stuff in through the van doors, the side doors. You don't need the back. Well, it turns out that they had these milk crates and stuff on sale, and then these huge, oh my gosh, do you hear that? Because that's because of Jimmy. I can't wait. Huge pots, and I had to try to fit them in through the side door. I wish I could show you what's on the side of me. I will when I somewhere. I've got mums, planters, oh my gosh, everything, and I don't even know how I got it in here. I was stressing like crazy, but the milk crates are on sale at Walmart for $3.47. So I don't know. I picked up 3 of them. And then those big, huge planters that are $15 were down to $6. What else did I get? The mums. I got 2 things of mums. Oh, I got some fabric because I didn't tell you guys. Get your old jeans because I'm gonna do a project with old jeans. I'm gonna make those container things that you can hardly sew at all. That's exactly what they are. But you just take the legs and you turn them into these like bucket containers. But then if you buy, you're not getting. Oh shoot! I knew I forgot to get Jimmy's limes. Oh well. All right. I'm not going back now. We'll get them at the local store. What else? Is that somebody? Oh, I thought that was somebody bicycling down there. I don't think you can see it. It was. It wasn't. That would be really dangerous. Anyway. Oh, my daughter looked in Whole Foods for that Ramblers. She was in Whole Foods last night and she calls me. And I said, are you in the seltzer section? And she said, I'm in the seltzer section. So it was crazy. So I said, do you see any Ramblers sparkling water? And she's like, no, just, what'd she tell me they had? LaCroix and, did she say Polar? I don't know. But she said there's no Ramblers. So it's only available, might only be available in Texas, but I'm going to check it out. And I had that Aunt Diane thing all ready to go. And I really thought I was going to be home. I feel bad, and I can't do it from here. But I will tell you that Aunt Diane, she was up by me. That's where she was camping. Literally like 20 minutes from where I am. And the Sunoco that she went into where they took the surveillance photos, that's somewhere I go all the time. So crazy. And I was on the way here, I was listening to the trial. Don't even tell me if the verdict is in. I was listening to the closing arguments and things in that Ashley MacArthur trial. You know, that's Florida, and Florida usually puts the discovery out early. And I asked for the discovery, and the DA's office, oh wow, that was scary. You didn't see that. The DA's office told me, oh, we won't have the discovery until later. That's how it normally is, but Florida usually puts out the discovery really early, like the Amato trial, like Casey Anthony. But not in this one. At least that's what she said. But she didn't sound too informed because she asked me when I said MacArthur trial, she asked me if I could be more specific. So I don't know. But I tried to get it. It didn't happen. And then the judge, I don't know. It's the strangest thing I've ever seen. But don't tell me the verdict. I heard the closing arguments from the defense. And I mean, that was crazy. But then I'm so confused because I was watching that, who's the other guy? Sean Foley? I was watching that trial too, so I'm really confused. And they had a mistrial in that first, and then now this is another trial. I'm very behind on that, but it does sound really interesting. But I'm like really late to that. And what else? I'm trying to think. Then we've got to go out with the kids to get. I've got to go out further out in Pennsylvania one day, either this weekend or Monday or Tuesday, to get clothes that they really don't need, but I have to. But anyway, I got it at that Peebles store that was going out of business. I got a t-shirt for my son, the one that fishes. Well, they both fish, but the older one, more into fishing. It said, I'm hooked on the reeling. I'm hooked on it, like I'm hooked on it feeling. It was cute. Oh gosh. I don't know what else I did. Oh, the dollar store lady was a bag licker. She was an older woman, and I have never seen her there before, but she was literally licking every bag. So there, I got rid of it. I don't know what that was. I don't know whether there was a big cloud with an X in it. It's too bad someone can't call in and talk to me. I can't do that on this stupid thing because it's only a phone. And unlike the city, I don't have any traffic lights to stop and read. I see like you guys are chatting up stuff. So, what was I gonna say? I'm trying to think what I did before I left. Oh my gosh. What did I do before I left? Checked my emails. I answered some blog stuff. What did I'm so far behind on my blog. I put up Juicy Juice and a bunch of stuff. But there was something that I did. Oh my gosh, I had like a slime emergency. The green slime, we had to add activator to it. I don't know any of you that made slime, because it got really, really sticky. And it was crazy sticky. And then Jimmy came to the rescue because I was adding cornstarch and it wasn't doing anything. And I was really going to throw it out. And he goes, well, why don't you add the activator? And I did, and it went back to what it should be. But that was a real mess before I left. I was on my way out the door, so that held me up. The dog's been better. Hasn't done that crazy screaming thing. So hopefully it's nothing. I didn't know. She did start licking her feet again, so I just bought her a Claritin because the vet said, oh, she doesn't have allergies anymore. But I'm going to put her back on the Claritin. So I got that. I have to do some We never did. I'm just gonna have to do some giveaways with those journals and things that we have. Maybe I'm just gonna surprise. Like I'm gonna find a quiz or something. Maybe I don't know what to do. I think I'm gonna find a quiz, but we have so many people, and then everybody types up. If I can, I don't know what to do with that. I've got to figure something out. And I'm going to go back to school. When the kids go back to school, I will get to the book club. We are going to finish that darn Golden State Killer. We're finishing it. And then we're going to go to The Killer Across the Table. And then I think from there, it's going to be like school. We're going to be back in session September. I want to go, I think that Dugar book, she wrote a book, the one that was kept in that, she had three kids with that crazy old guy. And she wrote a book. But then there's also that book that we looked at the other night, the one about why do women like true crime. Oh, that's a funny story. When I was at this Peebles, the lady goes to me, hey, what you're eating? I don't know what. That cloud thing came back again. I don't know what that was now. I just went on the rumble strip. So, see, at least when Robbie was driving, people were talking to him. That's what I have to. That would be really nice if somebody could talk to me. I don't know how, we're going home a different way. This is not the bridge that Jimmy and I kissed on, but this is the bridge back in New York. We're back in New York, baby. There we go. Okay, out of Pennsylvania. This little town right here, you guys know Mark Ruffalo, right? Mark Ruffalo, the actor? His wife has a shop right over there, and she's in that shop. Yes, she is. She has some really nice stuff in there. And they're very down to earth people. He was on, we've been on soccer teams with them. Ethan went to praise school with the youngest daughter. They're very down to earth. And she opened up a shop there, I think it was last year. That town is Narrowsburg. Somebody on this who's here has I think there's two people actually. One person has a daughter that lives here in this town, and someone else comes here and then goes to Woodlock, that sweatshirt that I wear all the time. Okay. And now over here, which you can't see it, is the Fort Delaware, the museum that I went on a class trip. It's a whole colonial, an authentic like colonial town. I feel like a tour guide. Except you can't see anything. Oh gosh. So, I smell pizza, like pizzeria pizza right now, and that shouldn't be happening because I don't have any pizza in the car. But it smells like opened the oven and took out a pizza. It's not a bad smell. It's pretty good. Grapes, candy store grapes. I think they're exactly the same as cotton candy. Maybe, I don't know, cotton candy is trademarked or something. Didn't that look like a big black crow in the road or something? It wasn't though. I don't know what it was. this is the scenic byway because in the daytime it's scenic. Night, not so much. They once wanted to hire me to, this scenic byway goes all the, I don't even know how many miles it goes. It goes from, I think it's from Callicoon all the way to White Plains, or not White Plains, Port Jervis, I think it is. And when they were, they had a position open, all the things that I would have had to have done. And I don't know, Luke was maybe a year old, Jimmy was still working at the school, and I was just looking, but then there were all, there's actually the commercial, it didn't look like, no, it was just a girl and her brother. I thought it was like a bunch of kids from, it had like a clump of few together. I told you, I was trying to get the magnet fishing thing, our big magnet fishing trip yesterday up, but I didn't get that done. And Jimmy didn't get the sheds moved. I really think you guys are going to have to start shaming Jimmy on the sheds. Seriously. Because he's procrastinating like crazy. My cousin keeps asking him, and he keeps procrastinating on it. Okay, Carolyn, why do you have a whirlpool sitting in your driveway? Let me tell you why, okay? Because I think maybe if I tell you why, maybe you can. Okay, when we renovated our bathroom, we had to take out the old whirlpool, okay? So I had the bright idea that I was going to recycle the whirlpool by making it a pond, okay? And I don't see you guys chitter-chattering, so I don't know if we're still on or not. If we're not on, I'm totally telling this to no one, but if we are on, I don't know. Anyway, it says we're live. I have no idea. So Jimmy, instead of his normal answer would be, don't be silly, we're not going to do that, we're throwing it in the dumpster. He said, okay. And I told my older son, I want to make a pond out of it. And it was a really good size because it was extra, extra deep, because I always get them extra deep because I like to be completely submerged in them, right? So I thought, great. All I have to get is one of those liners, a pump, and an excavator. And then we'll put like stone around the top after the excavator. You know, it seemed easier than it was. Now, this is literally 3 years. But you see what happened was, the whirlpool was in the back of the garage, okay, leaning up against the house where you don't see it. Well, when they came to side the house, the siding guys took the whirlpool and put it in the driveway. I don't even know if you can hear me. I'm gonna just tell you guys, because this is good for me, so that you know there's a whirlpool in my driveway. And they didn't put it back. And this is why Jimmy goes now, he says, we need a dumpster. It was a good idea, but it's not gonna happen. I still don't realistically know why it can't happen, because I think a koi pond would be very nice, and I think the kids would get a kick out of it, and they're old enough that you don't have to worry about, you know, anybody drowning in it, blah, 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 blah. I would like to do it. And Jimmy's gonna say, who's gonna get the excavator? Now, it so happens at the farm now, I think they have an excavator down the road from us. I'm sure he would come up, I'd pay him something, and he'd dig the hole. Probably. Right? But Jimmy's just, get a dumpster. So, this is the kind of stuff I'm dealing with. But I would really, really like to do that. It would make a great video, right? I think it would. And what happens to the koi during the winter? They just, under the ice, they're okay, just like regular fish, right? I think that would be really nice. I don't know, somebody said that they couldn't have a koi pond because they had a cat. The cat would go after the fish. But if I get a cat, it's going to be an inside cat, so that wouldn't be a problem. I don't even know if you guys are here. It still says live, but I don't see anybody chattering. I don't know what's going on. There's nobody chattering. So, I don't know. Maybe you'll come back. Maybe you won't. Maybe nobody hears what I'm saying. Maybe you'll hear it later. I don't know. I don't know what's happening. This is a really bad town. I would not want to live in this town. In this town, there is no cell phone reception. It is crazy, stupid. I can't believe I'm almost home. It's the only private hospital. I don't know if you guys are here or not. I don't know if you heard I was confessing about the whirlpool in the driveway. What time is it? Be home like in 15 minutes. I don't know if you guys are still there. I'm hungry for some snacks though. I don't think you guys are here. Jimmy must not be watching either because he normally calls, remember, with like, oh, turn the camera this way. Don't tell them about the whirlpool. Oh, there's my private hospital. Got purple lights outside or something. I don't know. I was looking. So I went off the road a little bit. Expensive to have kids. School supplies are expensive. says I'm live, but I don't think I am. Did you guys come back yet or what? Internet here, good. I have no idea. How weird is that?